All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Toronto Thunderbirds.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg.
Space to maneuver at the 40. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They run the counter. Tally. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Josh Jones in on the stop.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready, 50, right, 50. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point safely through, and that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. On first down, Tally. He finds an opening past the 40. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown! A big play there. 75 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll rifle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mecole Hardman, 84 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check 37. Check 37. Check 24. Check 24. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Slam. 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 He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Swing. I got him. Back to mine. I got him.
On 3rd down, Talley. Oh, and now some space to operate. And now look at him go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hicks. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, 40 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Let's go. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
They'll run on 1st down. Talley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check 4. Check. Hero 15. Cross. Wide. Get wide.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Jaguars 21, Thunderbirds 14.
Wide. 180. Hey, come on now. Big ass. Kill.
Now a give, right side. Talley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Heavy on the edges.
Now here's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a give, right side. Talley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Yellow. 480. It's been a long day for you. Hey, Ripley. 35.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. It's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. On first down, it's Hicks. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jackson now. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a first and 10. Mahomes now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Butker now to add the extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Henry.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On on 2nd and 7. Jackson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. 20, 10, 5, and finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. On 2nd down now, it's Hicks. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Travis Kelce in the final seconds of the first half. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And this one's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Jackson. Flushed out right. Taking a deep shot here for Hart. And got his man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards. The offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
It brings up 3rd down.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tally. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Lucky. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Attack. 35.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On first down, here's Love. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Minus 50. Watch the whip.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check.
1st and 10.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And this will be taken at the 13. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big third down play there for the Jags. 83 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 2nd down, Talley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk. Time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Switch.
Right back to him on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Switch. Check 43. Check 31.
Yellow.
Me. I got motion man. Me. I got this. 44.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, 57, 57.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Let's go.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Yellow.
Now Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mahomes now to throw. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt, and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch the eye. Rush in, rush in, rush in. He's crashing. He's checking crack. 15. Flare. Check 52.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
They'll run on 1st down. Hicks. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Here's Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
A gain of 14, but it's now
on third down, it's Hicks. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll keep it on the ground. Hicks. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And as a result, possession switches hands.
Hey, let's get there. Joker, 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 Joker.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Make no mistake about it, that's a really dangerous place to run that play. But the way that they're spreading the defense horizontally, you've got to think that as the game goes on, they'll find opportunities vertically downfield as well.
From the 17, Mahomes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. One final try from Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has